screen share.
Okay, we are live.
Just about.
Rory's having technical difficulties.
Yes, I am. That's a nice way of putting it.
It's okay. We'll get there. I believe in you.
Yeah, I'm glad you do. Hang on. It's really weird. It stopped picking up my cameras. It's a lot.
Okay.
I did something on OBS, and it's after screwing everything up. So I'm kind of unplugging and replugging things.
I mean, you know, it's the classic IT crowd solution.
Yeah, pretty much. But why is it not reading any of my cameras? I don't understand.
I'm trying to work out why WhatsApp has literally just sent me a message that you sent 20 minutes ago saying, hey, you okay for later? It's being weird. And as you can see, now Rory is utterly silent because it's just trying to get things working in the background. If not, we can sign language it. We'll vamp it all the way through. It'll be fine. I see no problem with this whatsoever. I have written notes from our chat earlier in the week, so I can probably get through single-handed. And if you just get like a big notepad, you can just hold it up like that with like yes, no, and shut up. Oh, he's back. There you go. Sound.
But even still, it should all be coming through my mic, and it's not. That is. Okay, I'm going to jump out and come back in again.
Okay. I will hold the fort until things happen. It's all right. So, hello. As we wait for Rory to return, it is a drizzly, mizzly, horrible day here in lovely Belfast. It's been raining since this morning. It has not stopped, which is an absolute delight. This morning's excitement included I was reading through the Delve rules, which I'm going to be playing later on my own stream. That's going to be fun. And watched a bit of Westworld. It's now on season 3. It's good. Thought season 2 was a little bit that, but season 3 started off pretty strong, so that was nice. Had some coffee as opposed to my usual tea. That was an absolutely charming thing to do. Using our new exciting milk frother. Very, very good. That is our Christmas present to the house. It's like this tiny little thing with like a little spinny device inside that heats up the milk and also makes it frothy, so you can pretend you're fancy and having like, you know, look at me with my fancy coffee. So that's all cool. And yeah, been doing some thinking about Polygon 2, which we will be, you know, hopefully, assuming the technology is on our side, we'll be able to discuss here. So that's all cool. So we did have a call, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yesterday morning. Yeah. And we were sort of like discussing ways that we can approach changing the game. Morning, Ken. We're running late and we're having technical difficulties, so I'm vamping. So yeah, changing the game, mixing things up a little bit, but not moving it too far, you know, not removing it too much from the original, just sort of like seeing if we can do other stuff with what we've got in the first game and then, you know, mixing it up a little bit, seeing how that'll go. I mean, so it should be interesting to see how it will continue. But yes, it's strange. I've had a very sort of like big burst of creative energy recently, which you can see generally over on my own channel, the Idle Michael one, later down the line. Been designing a lot, working on a lot of things, some working, some not, but actually going back to the well and looking into holding on to again and trying, holding on again rather, and sort of like seeing what can I pull forward and what'll work and what didn't work from the last game, all that sort of good stuff. It's interesting. Because I think even though it was only like 2 years ago or whatever, well, actually, no, it's really 3 pretty much since we finished designing it. I think I have improved again as a designer. So with luck, this should turn out to be something, at least an interesting thought experiment to see how it goes. All right, he's jumped back in. He's backstage. So we're going to see if he's actually around. Xate was summoned. Good day. Good day to you. We shall not be playing the crew today because that just depressed me so much yesterday. I cannot believe. I understand how good the crew. So, folks who are watching, I was playing the crew with Ken and Xate yesterday, and I understand how good a game it is. I know it's a good game. I get it. But good Lord, I am freaking bad at it. Like, so, yeah, thanks very much for the placating. Like, you did well, you did fine. It's just like I did not feel like it. Okay, so all right, that makes me feel slightly less better. You did do amazingly, thank you. But Xate and I have trick-taking skills that take time. Michael is not as bad as he thinks he is. I mean, I'm good at some games. I'm good at a lot of games, but for some reason, and another one came up actually, concept, which is what another thing I'm not good at because my clues get really esoteric and horrible. But yeah, the crew is just, I know it is like a tiny little work of genius, and it's well deserved of all the awards it's going to pick up over the coming weeks, because it's clever. But it doesn't fit my brain, which is a bit odd. Rory is messaging me now. Hey, I'm restarting my MacBook. I'm a guest. Can you add me? Why are you a guest?
So you were like, oh, Rory's here. He's going to join back in. And I was like, I can't. I need you to do it. And you were chatting about the crew. My MacBook decided to install an update when I restarted it.
Grand.
It's technically completed, so I'm just going to see if that fixes things. But we can at least, I think, begin to talk about. Whoa!
that Mac boot up sound always makes me think of Sinead O'Connor's "Nothing Compares to You."
Really?
Yeah, because it starts, bam, bam, and then it's like, it's been 7 hours and 50 days.
Still an incredible song.
Oh God, yeah, one of Prince's best. Seriously, it's so good. Rory, do you want to play the crew? Because Michael's giving up. Michael hates
it. How high do your stress levels have to be? Because mine are pretty darn high at the moment. So I need games that are relaxing, not stress-inducing.
You need chill games. I mean, so I think the crew is meant to be a chill game, but then Xate shouts at you and tells you bad words, and because you're not paying attention because you're tired. So I don't know, might be a thing to avoid for a little bit.
Maybe.
It's super chill, honest.
Well, I know I was saying to you, I did play 4 Against Darkness, and yeah, it definitely has a one more room element to it, like that, playing the slot machine and see what happens next. But apart from that, I would have stopped ages ago. Like, there was just that is literally it's the equivalent of standing on a slot machine and pulling a lever and seeing what happens next and making yourself walk away from it, because there's nothing for me within it, no sense of purpose to what I'm doing. And like I said, I think I finally found buried in the rules somewhere that how you deal with the kind of every time you roll a boss, you roll a d6 and you add 1, and if you get a 6, I think then you get the final boss of the game, or if you've mapped out the whole place. I've gone through about 24 rooms so far, rooms and corridors, and I haven't encountered a boss yet. Lots of vermin, which don't give you anything within the game. They're just a nuisance, and that's mostly what I've encountered. So I was like, I need something chasing me or some sense of tension to what's going on, whereas I'm just not getting that from the game at the moment. I mean, it's completely...
It feels directionless, I guess.
Yes, that's exactly it. Now, there are campaigns and stuff, and I think you could probably give yourself a mission, but reading that rulebook as a first-time player, it's just so hard to find relevant information, and there's a lot of flicking backwards and forwards. So it's like it gives you some tables, but not all of the tables at the back of the book. And yeah, I'm kind of making myself finish it at this point. So I'm really curious with the others who've played it, because I know people really, really love it, but I'm struggling at the moment because I played.
You ain't feeling it.
No, I think I'd rather play Legends Untold right now. Now it takes a bit more setup, but feels a bit more satisfying.
Like I said, I mean, I'm running this tonight, and I've read through it a couple of times now, and to be honest, most of it is tables, which I could just go back and check off. And I think this is. I'm actually really looking forward to this, which is weird for a solo game for me. But I think that's going to scratch because it's less about the adventuring; it's more about the creation of this strange little dungeon that you're delving deeper and deeper into. So that's going to be cool. Ken mentions 4 Against Darkness is better digitally because you can do a find. I guess if you just hit Control F5, you can see whatever you need.
Yeah, but that doesn't have the actual gameplay.
I mean, true.
And I'm always open to going, right, I've missed certain things. And I know they're working on a second edition, which would probably help a lot. But I feel like the game needs more tension in it. Because I'm just whipping through certain things, and I'm like, is that just because I'm only getting vermin? So I'm not really getting a whole lot of challenges. But even the bosses, I'm like, my 2 people up front fire, and then the people up back have bows and they fire. So I'm getting 4 attacks in for every one of theirs, and 3 rounds usually, maybe 4.
Okay.
1 or 2 of them will take damage, and I have a cleric who then heals them. And it's kind of okay, there's no sense of. I haven't had it yet where. And it could be just the dice are weighted to roll, keep rolling on the same numbers that don't give me tough, settings. But yeah, it's just something. It needs to be hacked in some way.
I mean, it sounds like it sounds like technically and mathematically it's fine. It's a thing, but if it could essentially be endless. If you never rolled that 5 or 6 for the final boss, that I always find is going to be a bit of a problem. So rather than you sort of working towards a nebulous goal that you may achieve sometime soon, it sounds like what it needs is something, rather than something in front of you, it sounds like it needs something behind you. And yeah, that tension, it's that would also, because eventually that thing's going to catch up to you, and if that thing's getting stronger and stronger and bigger and badder as you go on, then that sounds more like a driving thing as opposed to, hey, well, maybe I'll find something at some point.
Well, they have some things in the game. They have the idea of finding clues that give you these kind of powerful things, but I'd almost go your objective is to find a boss and take them down. You need to find 3 clues to find them. So there's a sense of progress, but it's this like on-off switch of, well, you're just dungeon crawling and you're accruing stuff along the way, but then you're fighting the boss. So there's no staging to it really kind of increasing. So doing something where like you have to find 3 clues, because then searching becomes important to help you find the boss. So you could have the normal mechanics, but also because the normal mechanic is for every boss you meet, you roll a d6, you add 1 for every previous boss. That increases the chances of you finding the final boss. If you enter the last room, as in there's no room for anything else, there you find the final boss. But that's like, I've been playing for 3 hours, like almost kind of navigating that space between the table flicking, so I'm kind of like, I don't want this game to last that long to find the boss.
It doesn't sound like it's disposable is the wrong word, but it's, a solo effort like that is, it's been 7 hours. It feels like the amount of time that you're invested in it isn't coming back to you in the amount of enjoyment you're getting from it.
Nope.
But hey, maybe it's just not for you. Let me play through Delve, and if you like the look of it, I'll fling my copy your way so you can try it out.
Well, so I was actually I was thinking of a game for Wednesday, which is it is a storytelling game, so we could draw it. But it's we're basically talking about a hero who's died.
Okay.
And it's all about how we knew that person and the interactions that we had with them. And so you draw a map to indicate where their journeys were, but we're also then kind of like interacting as the different characters, like their adversary, their lover, their, close kin, their mentor. And you're kind of building up the story of this character through the different elements that are told. I thought it's one I've been meaning to play, but I thought that might be an interesting one to try. I just have to find where it's the Companion's Tale. Hang on,
okay.
Reach across.
the way you're looking at it looks like it's on the floor. It's just like, it's over there. So
it is.
Like every good gamer, it's all stored all over the place. There. Okay, cool. I mean, I'd be up for it for sure.
Yeah. So
and then they'll have like chat throwing in things as well. So
Companion's Tale is a map-making storytelling game where you tell the tale of an epic hero righting wrongs and saving kingdoms. The hero acts and leaves others to tell the tale. You play the others, the hero's closest companions, whose version of the heroic tale will become canon and whose will be a footnote to history. Players use evocative world-building tools, a deck of inspirational themes and art, and a series of rotating roles for shared storytelling. Together, you'll build the history and culture of the realm, fill in a rich and changing map, and reveal your companions' tales. Each game results in a new story with new themes and companions. With 11 additional variants, there are even more ways to take the game in new directions.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
No, just a thought. Okay, so
toy day for Wednesday. That'll be grand.
Yeah,
it's gonna be cool. Ken is hurt because there's games everywhere. Yeah, I've seen your house, Ken. I know what it's like. Actually, saying that, there's games everywhere here as well. So more there. There's a whole bunch here. There's a whole bunch down here. I've been going through my collection trying to pull out a load of things that will work solo. And I'm looking forward to doing the Tussy Mussy. It's like Elizabeth Hargrave's follow-up to Wingspan, but it's ever so slightly smaller. So I'm going to be maybe we'll do that next week. We will see. I've got Judge Dredd: The Cursed Earth as well. I need to go through that at some point. It will be a thing. Tussy Mussy is solid, apparently. There you go. Ken likes it more than Wingspan. You have Wingspan, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I like Wingspan. I think it's a good little game. Don't like Wingspan. Sorry, you don't have to like everything, folks. It's okay.
Well, I think it'd be a bit scary if everyone did like the same stuff.
It is true.
Okay, I think we're getting there.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
I see a picture.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put this on mute, I think.
Okay.
Well, so I was actually gonna. I think I can jump back onto my other one, so I'm just working off my desktop. Means that's kind of drag on to internet. So, what's this? Dun, dun, dun. Wah! There's too many of me. The world can't take it. Hang on a second.
I mean, true. Very true. Now, my only worry is processing power, so we'll see how this holds up.
Oh no, this should be fine. This is how I was playing Untold.
Okay.
So I'll just move this stuff out of the way. Okay. Finally.
Jeez.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
All right.
So we'll essentially have one camera, though. I'm not going to be.
That's
no, actually, I can still switch between two cameras.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. Because we're not really looking at the memory stuff today. We're looking at the shift engine.
That is true.
So
the shift engine, that's like the name you'd give a teenager in Ireland.
Just seems like shift engine. Yes. Very, very, very niche joke market there. God, this show ain't going to go anywhere today.
No. Okay. Yeah, and I'm not even going to explain that one.
Now, go. You've got the internet. Go on freaking Google. Find out for yourselves, you monsters, you perverts. All right. So, me and him, we had a call yesterday. And apparently, boys, it's Friday. Go nuts. So we'll see how it goes. So yeah, we talked a bit about like I was saying earlier. What can we do with the cards we've got now, with the elements we've got now, that would enhance, improve, change, do something to the engine that we know and love for the first holding on.
Mm.
Apparently, I need to type things. Here we go. That's for the chat. Yes, it's like a shift engine.
Yeah. So I don't know if it still applies, but when we were growing up, shift.
Hey, no, you don't tell them.
Okay.
Yeah, let them find out for themselves.
I think it's going to be too hard for them to figure that one out.
We'll tell you what. If we don't get
shift had a certain meaning.
Yes, if they don't work it out by the end of the episode, we'll tell them.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But it does give Christy Moore's song "Go Move Shift" a very different run. So, all right. So, things and stuff. Rory, can you flip over a card, please, my good friend?
So I did shuffle this, I think, because I was tidying these all up. Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna kick that from the studio. Okay.
Apparently, we have some pretty bad lag today, so I apologize.
I'm gonna switch my internet connection as well.
Okay.
So back in a sec.
I like how it says back in a sec. He doesn't actually go anywhere. It's still there. It doesn't disappear. It just like freezes for a second, and then everything's exactly the same. All right.
And I'm back.
Yeah. So the plan was we were going to tinker around with the idea of assigning, right? So rather than assigning workers to the slots at the top of the cards, we'd be assigning workers to different jobs on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Michael,
your sound has gone weird now.
Has it?
Yeah, I watched the Gremlins last night, and I'm just wondering if that's got anything to do with the trouble we're having today.
Hang on. Test 1 2 1 2.
You sound like you're far away from your mic. What was that?
That was me clicking buttons.
Okay. I think that's a bit better.
1 2 1 2. Hello.
That's better.
Okay. Literally nothing has changed. I think maybe showing a picture of Kira the cat, and that was it.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, that's all we needed. So yeah, like I was saying, we are not we're not sending members of staff to the slots at the top of the card. Instead, we'll be sending them to the jobs on the card. So in this case, there are two different jobs that could be that can be done. One of which is the physical side, and one of which is the palliative side. And we always had folks coming up to us saying, "Hey, well, if I have these people here to do that, why can't they do the stuff that's on the other side of the card?" And it was like our answer was always, "You only have time to do one," and that did not satisfy a lot of people, I would say, Rory.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, they wanted to get rewarded for providing the medical care.
Yeah. So now, actually, Rory, can you go through the deck and just grab one that's got like a couple of red icons on it? There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So the plan for this thing now is when you assign members of staff, you actually assign them to the red spots. And then you can spend care tokens to cover up remaining red spots. So in this case...
Well, that's two.
Yeah, so in this case, that one worker is covering the physical health side of things, and Billy is going to drop by one. His health is still going to go down by one. Mm-hmm. And any time that his health goes down at all, because you haven't covered one of the red icons on a card, that will involve then shuffling an emergency into the deck. And now the emergencies are just at the minute just now going to be just a flat thing, and we'll explain how that'll roll in a moment. But what the workers could also do then is, say for example, you only get two workers available. That second worker, the yellow one, could be sent and to cover that fourth spot. That'd be fine. And then Billy would take no damage and he wouldn't have an emergency added in. Or secondarily, the worker could go to the other side and do the palliative care, getting the memories and the care tokens. Which, of course, you're still going to need in a bid to win the game.
And it's a minimum of two. So we could have sent two that way. Or two that way, or we could have actually sent three if we really needed to slow his decline.
Yeah.
And care for him.
Yeah, so the number of spaces at the top of a card is now the minimum amount of workers that must be sent to that card. And this is going to require some balancing. I know it's going to require some balancing. But hey, that's what game design is, yo. It's all maths and swearing. So if, for example, then there are three spots at the top of the card, you must send a minimum of three people to go and do things.
So we can do the normal. I mean, we could. I'm assuming, Michael, we can also do the normal stress thing. Mm-hmm. Oh no, that has to be between shifts. It can't be.
Yeah, so you can't have one person take a stress to cover an extra spot, but you can have one person jump to the next thing.
Actually, we can, because we do have. Technically, we have that in the core game.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, that is also something we could change, but... So they can take a stress to do that. Okay,
now, can they take a stress? I guess they could.
No, because you still need the minimum of two people.
Oh, yeah. No, but they're still counting as two people. Because if you think of it in the normal game, if I put that person there, I can stress them to do that, to act as the two people on the shift.
So my problem with that is they're not acting as when they're on the red dots, they're not acting as two people. They're just working harder.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. They're kind of working harder here by fulfilling the role. You could limit it to them being they can only do it on one side.
But I mean, you could have somebody just go there and spend the two tokens, get stressed, and then stay there, jump to the second side. Because the idea is to be always going from left to right on the card. Yeah, that's what we were talking about yesterday. Yeah. So you have to do the physical stuff first. and then the mental. So resolve that and then the mental stuff.
Yeah, but I think the fact that they're gaining stress is still making their life difficult.
Oh yeah, if anything, it's going to make it even harder. But
yeah, so I'd be inclined to leave it for now and like pare it back if we have to afterwards.
Okay.
Just to see how fluid the interaction is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so assuming then we've done this
on
this shift and we reveal the next card.
So we'll grab 2 extra care tokens as well, just to keep it real.
Oh yeah. So that's going to go to that person. I'm going to assume they're kind of divided up. 2 with player assistants, 2 with another player. So we reveal the next one, and I did plant this one.
Oh no! Okay, so when an emergency trick triggers, regardless of where Billy is on the health track, because people could plan for the amount of hits that he's taking, we have decided we're going to try and just drop him down an entire tier level. So in this case, Rory, do you want to show how that would work?
Yeah, so we would adjust this. So the red level would go up to 9. The orange level would go to 17. All right. So he would basically drop to 17.
Yeah.
To the next color level.
So yeah, the first space that is of the next color down. And then as it would go on, so if he was in this position and an emergency came out, he'd drop down to 9. If he was in that red zone, another emergency came out, he'd drop down to 3. And then when it gets all the way down to the 0 space, the flatline space, he would not actually go at that point. Like, you will not lose the game if he hits that final spot. You will only lose the game if an emergency comes out when he is in the black zone. So spaces 3, 2, 1, and 0. So that would keep things a bit more uncertain. What's the word we were looking for? Yeah, uncertain. Yeah, which is all good.
Because it's too kind of prescriptive of how he. I think we kind of did this for the game, but I think the feeling was always it was a little too prescriptive, and that people were manipulating it when they were playing.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do really is, excuse me. What we're trying to do is take the min-max ability of the game out as much as possible. So we'll see how that is. I mean, but obviously, if you spend your people or care tokens on yellow spots, he can go back up again. So pushing him even one space up into like the orange level, that means if an emergency comes out, he's going to drop down to red. That's fine. Him dropping 1 is still going to be okay. It'll be all right. It'll be fine. So anyway, the emergency resolves, he drops down the tier, and then another card immediately comes out. So this is another way of limiting
We're ignoring the stats on this. All we're looking for is that it's an emergency.
Yeah. So it will drop down. So he's now on 17. And you now have to deal with a standard card. If a second emergency card comes out, then he just drops down another tier immediately. You should have worked better. You should have worked harder.
Okay. So we're going to assign someone here. Here. To cover that. And the idea being, so there's one needed, and I think we were saying every card will now have the option to talk to Billy.
Almost every card. I think the 3 and the 4, the cards that have 3 and 4 red icons on them, definitely the 4 ones, I think you should not be able to do chatting away with them. 1s and 2s, because you've diverted the emergency away, then that's fine.
Okay, so assuming that's there, though I didn't send. So actually, this is where I probably would have done this instead. I would have sent that person there to do that, and I would have actually had them gain stress to do that.
So they can get a couple of memories.
They would use a token, and they would use the other one to talk to Billy as well, and gain the cards, which I'm just not drawing them out at the moment.
Cool. So then there'd be the third shift of the day,
which that person can carry.
Well, remember we get a free jump as well because it's only a 2-player game. So
yeah, but they took. Oh yeah, so actually it would have been like that. Oh no, so they took the stress for that. Yes, they could go over here.
Yeah, so that would cover that.
So
yeah.
So my thought is we should actually eliminate the use of this. I think the thing should be everyone should be assigned during the day, rather than hanging back, because now with there not being a capacity where you've got people left, it's always going to be. Yeah, I think if you come in and it's almost like if there's someone still in the waiting room, that's when you get a warning because you haven't been out.
Well, I mean, the good thing is the way the numbers are, there's going to be always, or the way the cards are, there's always going to be 6 things to do over the course of.
So that's what I mean. There's never not something that you can assign a piece to. Because even on the quietest days, you can improve Billy's health and talk to him, or kind of provide palliative care, as well.
Yeah.
So,
the bonus 2 care tokens at the end of a round, if someone's left over, it not exist anymore.
Yeah. So, will we reset and give this a go?
Yeah. Let's see how it rolls for a few rounds.
I'm curious, some people are watching. Though I don't know if everyone has played one before, so it's kind of hard to get feedback. So I'm going to put these in here. Did we say, were we going to start with 1 card in the deck?
Yeah, 1 single emergency, because you want that little bit of uncertainty in there to keep people on their toes.
Okay.
We'll see how that will go.
Okay, which color are you? Yellow again?
Yeah, please. Okay. And so again, reminder: when a red icon is not covered up, whether it's 1 red icon or 2, 3, or 4, you would only ever add in 1 emergency card. So his health will still go down, but the emergency cards are the things that are going to drive the patient to
despair,
the dark side.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull this back.
Mike says this is fascinating listening to you both figure this out inside the heads of game designers.
I know that's.
It's like rattly little ideas. Michael, as announced, how long has it been since you've had a day off? More than 2 weeks. Time is irrelevant and means nothing.
Okay, so I'm going to keep these over this side. You're yellow, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be pink. Okay, so would you like to start as shift manager? Oh, nice one, Ken.
It's been 7 hours. Yeah, I'll be shift manager, whether or not.
Okay, so quick shuffle again. That's really overexposed. Wow.
What, the color?
Yeah, the cards.
A little bit. It's the shiny lights, yo.
Yeah. It's like from now on, all of our cards are going to be matte.
Just so they scream that. Ooh, I'm blinded by the cards.
Anyway, okay. So
why are you putting your pasty skin there? It's as glowy as the cards are. We're Irish, Rory. We don't tan.
I thought it might kind of cause the thing to shift. I mean, I can change it. I can shift the exposure, actually.
Okay.
Let me check. But I will do this. While you're doing that, I will do some little background tweaking, I think.
Okay, cool. So this one, Billy's doing okay.
So you start with the care token. I'm going to start with the care token.
Yes.
And nurses don't start with any.
Cool. All right, so this one, Billy's doing okay. Excuse me. But we need to send a minimum of 3 people onto this thing, or at least cover 3 jobs. So, Rory, I will send myself.
Okay. To that?
Yeah. So that'll improve his health by 1. So it bumps up to 29.
Does that help?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Everything is now visible.
Okay.
All right, so his health goes up by 1 because we are essentially spending the time, the energy and effort to improve that. Still need to get 2 people on here as well. So I will send you.
So all I can really do is this then. Well, we need to assign everyone first and then decide what to do actually. So
so let's send an assistant as well.
Okay. So he's going to go up by 1. So we'll go left, right. He's going to get 3. Who would you like to get the memories, Michael? Who do you want to talk to?
You should do it.
Yeah, so I suspect I'm going to be taking stress. So I will. No, you know what? I think I'm going to talk to them because I suspect the nurses are going to get stressed out. So the first one is, like most boys around our way, my parents let me join a flute band. We immediately know what that means, Michael. I was just a kid when it started. I didn't get the significance of it all at the time.
Okay, another one from 5.
Third one is, we knew each other since school. Even then, he was always getting me into trouble, into bother.
Damn, 3 memories from 5. Nice.
No, 1 from 4 and 2 from 5.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, so now...
So we can't talk to him because we don't have any partial memories in play.
No, we cannot.
So...
All right, so we need to have a minimum of 2 on here. So I'll do my free jump to cover this one. And then I'll spend my care token to...
Sorry, I should have put that over your shift manager.
Sorry. And so then I need to have somebody else here. So how about we stress the assistant from shift 1, bring them over. Because I think stress is going to be a lot more...
significant
in this one. So it might involve actually increasing the stress capacities of the assistants and the staff. But we'll see how that goes. So the assistants, let's say they can get a couple of cards, I guess. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. But I mean, it's still a tough start. Like that was basically 5. So we were already above our maximum capacity, actually. So we're not doing too bad. Even with them having 1 stress, like that doesn't kind of surprise me.
I mean, another thing that we could potentially do is the introduction of a 3rd assistant. That's also a possibility. So
I love those nights. It was our time together. And that's from timeline 5, actually. Ooh, and timeline 4. I'll always regret storming off like that. She was the only one looking out for me. People who are watching the stream on Monday might remember that one.
They're not unpaid interns, Ken. They're learning. They're residents.
Ready for
All right. 3rd card. Let's see what it goes.
Ooh.
All right. So this is going to need a minimum of 2.
So we can stress them, or you can take a stress.
Then I would lose a card. No, I wouldn't lose anything. I haven't got anything. Yeah. Okay, so I'll take the stress.
Sorry. Force a habit.
Sorry.
Where are you going to go?
I will go on the palliative side, and we'll bring the assistant in to cover the health.
Okay, so he's going to bump up by 1, so he's on 30 at the moment.
He's looking great. Everything's fine.
Yep.
So I will take a card and... No, do you know what? I'm going to take 2 tokens.
Famous last words. Okay. I personally think you should take the tokens. But hey.
That's what I said. Take the tokens.
Oh, you're taking... Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So you now... So from covering the shift...
I get one from that, and then I'd like the other 2 tokens, please.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking... that one was mine. That one there. Okay. So that's everything covered.
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk to Billy. So
because we have nothing else in play, so that's okay.
So we'll go back.
Ken has a friend who just did their residency, so if we need input. Actually, I have a friend who's just doing his residency here as well, so it's a perfect time for doing your residency in an ER.
Oh my god! Yeah.
All right, so we do the reveals, cards. That's all
so,
good. Hooray.
4, 5. Sorry, I'm just going to be quick with this. They do not match. They do match. Oh, look, the 3 of them.
Do not need a game about COVID-19. No, we do not, but I guarantee you, give it a couple of months, there's going to be about 7 of them on Kickstarter. There's already been 2.
So that actually goes... Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh. I thought that joined up. Oh, well, sometimes I get it wrong. But, those 2 could join together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these go either this side or this side. Sorry, I'll push them up. No, I won't. Trust me, they're all there. I can... Let me just do a quick check. Let me see.
All right, it's all good. It's all good.
I just want to bring up the thing that allows me to switch scenes. Yeah. So we can do that.
Many cards. Excellent.
Go back to overhead only. Just going to shrink my view here to make it easier for me to jump between the 2 things. Okay, I mean, it's not perfect because we're now introducing this bottom bit of the screen, but hopefully everyone can still see it okay.
Yeah,
and it will allow us to switch between the 2. Okay,
cool.
So I am shift. So it's working so far, Michael.
That's 1 round down. Only many hundreds of rounds to go.
Okay.
Because, so the idea behind this is eventually the stress is going to get so high and the need to manage that stress is going to drive us to have less people around, which means that emergencies are going to have to get shuffled into the deck. Mm-hmm. So even though he's like, up on 30 health, he's going to drop soon.
Yeah.
And there's going to be not a lot we can do about that.
I'm going to send myself here.
Mm-hmm.
And
now you only need to send a minimum of 1 person to this one. So the choice is yours.
Yeah, so I am, because I actually want to send, I'm going to send them home.
Mm-hmm.
Before it gets too tough. I'm taking a calculated guess here.
Okay.
Right. And again, just to kind of show how it's kind of now, and I think this is what we wanted, it's less obvious what it is you need to do. So because of I need to send someone home at this point, I'm going to send them home. It's like, okay.
Okay, so that's all right. So again, this only needs 1 person to go to it, but the 1 person who goes there can choose what job they want to do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
But if you want to, you can send more.
So I'm gonna send you, Michael. What are you gonna do?
Okay. I will.
Don't forget, on a 2, you are going to be able to inquire.
Yeah. I will go and do the health.
Mm-hmm.
But just to see how it's going to work, I am not going to cover up the second icon.
Okay. So he will drop by 1.
So he'll drop by 1, and an emergency gets shuffled into the deck immediately.
Yes. So I'm going to take that.
Chat is discussing adult novels about coronavirus. I did see a video about one called "Kissing the Coronavirus." She was there to solve and cure it, but she fell in love with the virus.
Nice.
It's a thing. All right, so I will now do a deep dive into Billy's brain.
Okay.
So the ones in the two spots, those are the ones that we can actually do conversations on.
And again, the point of that is addressing the rare circumstance where you get like a really bad run of cards towards the end of the game and you don't get to talk to Billy because all of the positive ones have come out earlier. So this is just to give you a few more windows to ask. Okay. Okay.
Line 5, please, Rory.
So you get an event.
Balls.
And he's not talking. Quiet moment.
I have
Michael.
another token, so I will... Oh, sad face. I have another token, so I'll spend that.
Mm-hmm. So let me just flip that back down. Timeline 4. Timeline 1. He's talking about everything else.
Let me tell you about the good times.
Another event, and he's not talking.
I am deflated. I am beaten.
He's just not in the mood.
Rude.
Okay.
So then we get third card.
Oh.
All right. So
he immediately drops to 28.
Yeah, because 29 and 30 are going to be their own special glorious level.
Or are we going to treat 27 as the start?
Actually, I think 27.
Yeah.
If we have the start of each color band on the top line, that top row, then we can sort of like balance it all out. Be fine. That'd be okay. So he drops down by a tier immediately, and we are done. So then another card pops. Okay, so this needs a minimum of 2 people on it.
Okay, so so I'll go. And I'll send.
So assign first.
So I'm actually going to assign the assistant there. And do that. So we're going to gain a care token. So I'm going to take that. I've got 2, and the assistant has 2. So I'm going to have them provide care so he doesn't drop.
So we don't get another emergency, which is grand.
Yeah. And then I'm going to talk to Billy. Oh, well, I'm actually going to take 2 care tokens. So now I have a lot for talking to Billy. Okay. So I'm going to do 1 first.
4 events. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So first, I was going for timeline 5. Oh man. Yeah. Come on, Billy. Yes. Okay. So I've got 1 from timeline 5.
Okay.
Now, see with the change of you holding on to them, it definitely makes it easier because you know the way we'd always get multiple ones.
Yeah. So why not spread the investigation around a bit and go for a 4?
So I think I will. So I'm gonna shuffle these in.
Those will get reshuffled back in.
And then go for 4. Of course, he's gonna change his mind now.
So it'll all be 5s now.
Oh, he's not talking.
And nothing. All right. Well, you keep on going.
Oh, really? Billy.
Cards. You got 1 more token.
Oh, I do. Hang on. Well, the main things I want to take out are the 2 events. Okay, so yeah, but I was kind of hoping to keep them into the next round.
This is a man's life we have, Rory, in our hands.
Yeah, but I also need to keep him alive. Like,
we're medical professionals. We're fine. We have no care tokens whatsoever.
Yeah, just our love and our hearts. Which is actually the interesting thing about putting your own marker on it is like you inherently always have the 1, which I'm actually coming to really, really like.
I am full of care, full of love and attention.
So, well, 1 care. Don't ask too much of me. So
I'm a busy boy. Somebody goes home.
Yeah. It's like, don't push it, Billy.
Yes. Time's a wasted, Billy. Come on, I've only got 10 minutes to spend with you. Next door's just had their appendix out. They need detention as well.
I just thought of something as well. It's not that it's relevant right now, but I think if you are ever asked to put an emergency card into the deck and you can't, you lose as well.
Oh god, yeah, definitely.
Because you've just pushed them to the limit.
Take it to the limit.
So
let's match.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look. Nope, but I get to hold on to it. So the one from timeline 4 doesn't match.
Okay.
And the one from timeline 2 doesn't match, but I get to hold on to them. Okay, so you're shift manager for the day.
Hooray.
Comes back.
Responsibility.
I handle that pretty well, I think.
That was an easy day, O'Connor. That was an easy day.
Could have messed it up though. Well, no, I sent the assistant home.
You did
at the right time.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, so
all right, let's see a card. All right, so I need 2 minimum. I'll send you with an assistant, Rory.
Okay. I think I will cover this, and I'll send the assistant to provide the palliative care. So he's going to drop by 1.
No, I mean you could put the assistant on that second spot as well. So.
Oh, I could, couldn't I?
But the choice is yours.
But bizarrely, no, I'm going to do this. So they're going to have 2 care tokens.
Okay, emergency into the deck.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I'll send them there. I forgot about that.
See, that's the thing. I think sometimes there is going to be a time where you need to spread it between both, and it's like, all right, well, okay, we'll have to run the risk of an emergency going in.
Yeah, but not right now. Not for 1.
Not for 1. Nah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so that's fine. He's good-ish.
Yeah. Do you want to send him home? No, you can't.
Because I can't, because I'm the shift manager. All right, so this will be me and the other assistant.
Okay, where are you going?
I will take the cards and the tokens.
So he's going to go up by 1.
So he'll go back up by 1.
So what are you going to take?
I'll go a card and a token.
Okay. So card first. Timeline 3. We knew we were asking for trouble, but you know what? We didn't care. I know this is your favorite timeline, Michael.
No, timeline 4 has my favorite event.
Okay.
Which we have not seen yet. Okay.
Do you want to inquire or do you want to wait?
I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. So let's get the third card. Welp. Okay, well, I get a free move, so I will jump and...
You could actually cover this.
I could. Yeah, so yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, and then are you going to stress the assistant or are you going to take stress?
I'll stress the assistant. Setting it up for a really good day for you.
Oh, and where do you want them to go?
I would like them to go there.
Okay, so one of you is going to gain a care token.
That'll be me, and I will put it on the spot, and then I'll use my other care token I've got on that spot as well.
Okay.
And then we'll have the assistant grab a couple of care tokens.
Okay. Grand. So that's the end of the day?
Yeah. So then that means we can assign an assistant over to some of the healthcare stuff.
Tomorrow? So what you mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So then we've got...
It's back to you.
We knew we were asking for trouble, but you know what? We didn't care. That doesn't align with any of them. Okay. So that's 3. So these are going to have to come down. And they're my cards. Okay, so back to me.
I mean, so far with 3 rounds in, it still feels relatively stable. So it's not too bad.
Nope. So it's going to take 3 people. I think I will ascend. So the assistants have the care tokens. So I need to actually hold on to them. So I think you and I. I get the free jump. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to assign you to here. And we need the extra assistant. So I think these are the ones that are kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm thinking, should there be less 3 staff spots? But if there is a 3rd staff spot, there is a 3rd job to be done.
Yeah.
And the 3rd job to be done could either be like a 2nd physical one or a 2nd palliative one.
Well, like we said, let's play it like this for now. So we're not changing the function of the cards.
Oh, yeah. But if I'm thinking for like later, there would be almost like, hang on. If I did a terrible little sketch, eventually it'd be something like that. So there'd be the picture at the top, and then there'd be 2 physical spaces and 1 palliative space, that kind of thing. Because then, like, each worker then actively has something to do. So, okay. Well.
So he's going to go by 1. So at least if he drops, he's only going to go to 27.
So I will go. I think I'll take the cards.
Good call, I think. Okay, so first one, I never should have left. So timeline 3. I'd never experienced anything like it before. It was a revelation, Michael. Your card.
The best one.
And we had a massive argument. Him trying to give his best to convince me to join.
You still have a clear memory from line 4, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe that'll get revealed in a short moment. We'll see. All right, so those are mine. That's all good.
Yes, they're with you. The next shift. Oh, yeah, you can't. Do you want to send anyone home? I don't think so.
You're the boss.
Oh, I am. No, I don't want to send anyone home. I will.
So can we just pause there for a second? Because I think what if we gave people the opportunity to send people home, even if they've been assigned to the first shift? It's like, you're not looking very well. Maybe you should take the rest of the day off. Just as like a thought experiment.
Okay, we could try it. So you're not there.
Yeah, I'm no longer available to like be jumped over to later shifts, that sort of thing.
Okay. So then it needs 1 person. Eek. I think I'm gonna have to send. What did you get? You got a couple of 3s.
I got 3, yeah. So then, like, my storyline logistics behind that is, I call you on the phone later and tell you what I found out.
Yeah, well, we meet up afterwards. So I'm gonna send them. They're gonna gain stress. He's gonna go by 1. And I'm gonna do my free jump to here. And you've got 3.
Now remember, you don't need to do that Because that's a minimum of one. So you could save your free job to go to the next one.
I'm playing to see how quickly we can beat it. So I'm going to talk to him because I think we need to get more cards out. That's one of the things we're suffering from the different timelines.
Cool. So I'm just scribbling some notes down.
Yeah. So remember this. So yeah, timeline 2, timeline 5. So I'm going to have them. I'm not going to acquire because I don't have any care tokens. Oh, hang on. Did I took them over, so they actually lose the care token. Forgot about that. Okay. So then I'll just send them here. They'll gain a care token. And I'm going to have them talk to Billy as well. So he's okay. We don't need to kind of improve his health.
Assistants cannot talk to Billy.
No. Sorry, provide palliative care.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I saw the token and it's like, what? Oh, yeah. But it's the night shift, so
yeah.
And because it's a yellow icon, he's not going to drop, so it's fine.
Yeah. So all day in the sun, sweaty and sunburned. How she found me attractive, I'll never know. Can't end like this, I thought. Not when I'm trying to set things right. Okay, so we're kind of piecing together a bit more of his life. So that's all done. Again, I'm like, it's all going to go pear-shaped.
Yeah, a day is going to come where 3 red things are going to come out, and they're going to be all bad.
Yeah, but it's also like the emergencies are in this deck, so we're kind of, we're going to get to a point where we just can't cover what's going to come out, and it's going to require a lot of emergencies to go in. Okay, so the 2 I had is we soon got used to the soldiers on the streets. We still can't believe they let us hold our guns. That goes there. And those early days I played the fool, trying to leave the past behind. That goes up above here somewhere. And then we had from you, we had a massive argument, him trying to convince me to join. I think that goes on top of that one there. And I'd never experienced anything like it before. It was a revelation. Okay, so that kind of goes in between them somewhere. No, you don't connect. You think I would know by now.
I mean, also, we can't see what you're farting around with, but...
Yeah. Okay, so actually I found a placement for farting around, he says, as I'm organizing. So
I think you'll find I'm organizing.
Okay, so that's there. That goes there. I think they kind of go like that. Right, and that one goes around here somewhere, and that one, I don't know. I think it's there, just from memory. And then there's that I never should have left.
You're worse than me, like typing away on my streams, going, "All right, so this the thing," and it's like, Michael, we're looking at Tabletop Simulator. It's just sort of like,
yeah. Okay, it can't end like this. I thought. I need to turn off the autofocus on this thing.
That's fine. So, top line, top,
right.
And
all day in the suns. How she found me attractive, I will never know. That does join to that one. So I'm going to have to make a bit of room. While I do that, I'm going to switch back to that, and then move this out of the way. Yeah, the camera doesn't want to stand up. I mean, I don't think people come here for the professional quality. It's the quality of the conversation. Isn't that right, everybody? Okay, so that's going to go in there. Now I'm going to double check my clear memories.
Clear memories, yeah.
Neither of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So that's why you can't rely on just having the one. Oh, sorry, Zape.
Totally come for the professional. Lack of. No, I'm going to hide that last bit. So like, I'm going to totally come for the professionalism, and that's why you're disappointed every time.
Yeah. Okay, so you are now the shift manager, Michael. So over there, the assistants have 2 care tokens, just so you know.
Okay. All right then. Let's. So I come back fresh as a daisy.
Did I knock that?
What?
Camera.
No, you just keep moving things around. So.
Yeah, but I didn't move the board though. That's good. Okay.
Yes, you did.
Did I? Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Talk about it. All right. I come in. Oh, everything's fine. Today is going to be a great day, everyone. Let's be careful out there.
We all cheer when you arrive.
Hey! All right, so let's try this as a thingy. So I'm going to send an assistant there. They're both stressed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to send one there. Just cover the... I'm going to put them on the memory.
Mm-hmm.
So they will get a...
Whoa. Lost a card. Hang on a sec.
It's okay.
Lost an event card.
Okay. All right. So they're going to get a partial memory.
Mm-hmm. From timeline 5, we'd all get to stay up past our bedtime to celebrate the 11th night.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to send anyone home?
I will send that one home.
Okay. Next shift.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'll send the other assistant. No, I'll send me because I'll get the free jump.
Okay, which one?
Get another card, I guess. Try and get as many that we can out into play. He's healthy as a fish. It's grand.
Yeah, this is where you really need to build up care tokens.
Mm-hmm.
An event. Okay.
All right. Let's have a look.
He's not talking.
Okay. Thanks, Billy. You're super helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, but we can cover it.
We can. But we can't talk to him. So,
no.
Such is life. All right. So we need a minimum of 2 here. So what I'll do is... I mean, I'll cover one spot with a free jump.
Mm-hmm.
No, yellow.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
There.
So we all have to be assigned, remember?
We do. So I will take the assistant and cover the second red spot. And I will use one of the assistant's tokens to cover the third red spot.
Well, so hang on. Let's assign everyone first, and then work it
well,
out.
I will assign you to the palliative care side.
Yeah. Okay. So we get a care token. I would suggest actually you maybe take that.
Okay. I'll keep the care token, and we'll spend the assistant one
on that
on the third one to prevent an emergency going in.
And I will get. I think I'm going to take a care token and a memory.
Okay. Sorry, stretching is happening.
Mm-hmm. I was sick with the nerves. I almost didn't ask. Okay. End of the day.
So everybody was allocated. Everybody feels like they've done good work today. And they cheer even louder as they leave.
Billy alive. Okay, so mine is from timeline 2, and it doesn't go there. I know it goes there. And then the nurses we'd get to stay up past our bedtime, and that goes there.
So that's also on line 5, yeah?
Yeah.
How many have we got in line 5 now? Is that 5 or 6?
5.
Okay.
And my memory is still not much.
Brutal.
Yeah. So back to me.
Yep.
I'm trying to keep it along at a clippy pace. Okay.
All right.
So myself and the assistants have a care token. So I'm going to go. So this is 2. I think. Oh. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to send this in here. I think this kind of makes our life a little easy doing this send home, but
yeah, I just wanted to try it for a couple of rounds, but let's try without again, just to see how much crap it puts us in.
And I'm going to, so we need 3 people to cover that. I'm actually going to assign you to cover that. Okay, so he doesn't decrease.
I would like some care tokens, please.
And you will be able to talk to him.
Yeah, so if you could put one of them on the spot, and I would like to talk about line 5.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because, well, then we're guaranteed to get a match, unless an event gets pulled.
That's true. Having said that, so he talks about everything but...
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, let's go again.
Billy, we are trying to help you. I think those 2 cards are like stuck together, so I'm going to shuffle them in separately. Okay. So no, there's something about timeline 5 he just really doesn't want to talk about.
Billy, don't be a hero.
So what do you want to do? Will he send them home or?
No. Let's make our life harder.
Okay. Next shift. So it's going to take 1 person. Okay, so you don't actually have anything at the moment, so I'm going to send you to cover that shift. Where would you like to go?
I'll take the card.
Really? Okay.
Just to see how things will go.
Okay, so we're going to.
We have a very easy life at the minute, so
it is, but it also means those cards haven't come out yet, Michael.
I know.
And we're just making our lives even harder.
I know.
Are you just setting this up so that people will see our faces when it all like?
No, because I want to. I want to.
I know what you mean.
I want bad things to happen.
Yeah. So I did that, and you're going to get a memory card. Okay. Go.
Like this horrible ghoul haunting the haunting the hospital. Walk in the wards.
Okay, so he's going to drop by 1, but you do, so I don't think people have seen this one too often. So basically what it means, we're looking at the green area, and it means he is going to drop by 1 health, but he will gain, he does talk to us, and we get to ignore events. So he's going to drop by 1. And we get 1 from timeline 4.
Okay. Better than a kick in the butt.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. No,
this is what we wanted to see.
Yeah, but we still have enough care tokens, right? So it was funny because we were worried about the economy, but I think because we're essentially getting 4 care tokens each day because of
the staff that we have.
Yeah.
Well, actually 5 each day because you get to use. You could have a maximum of 5 each day if you just assigned everybody to all of the spots.
So I'm gonna do it this way. No, I'll do it this way. So I'll do this. I'll cover that. And I'm going to assign them. So we get the extra care token for the night shift. So I'm going to do that. And they're going to talk to Billy. So I just want to get more memories out.
Okay.
Just for now. Because then we're going to really have to concentrate on caring for him. And I'd rather make every conversation we have with him count. Okay, so the first one is an event. Oh my god, he doesn't talk. Second one. I still have like memories of when myself and Pedro were playing this back in the studio, and those cards coming out, and it just had a quiet moment written on it, and that's when we started swearing at Billy. So timeline 3, we used to head down there to get away from it all. It's where I met her, and that is going to the assistant. Okay, we don't get to talk to Billy, and I don't have the care tokens to do it anyway, so shift is over. They get removed. Okay, so let's see now. So, Michael, your card was, it was that easy for someone from my background to get a job back then. That's when we first became mates. And that is timeline 4. So that slots in right here. And then the nurse, the assistant, tells us about from timeline 3. We used to head down there to get away from it all. It's where I first met her. And it goes into the spot here, connecting these two together. And I will say that my memories still do not match any of them.
Dang.
Yep. Okay, so you are now the shift manager. There's one token that the assistant nurses have.
Okay.
Okay, you ready to go?
Yep.
Here we go. So.
All right. So drop down.
That was okay.
Not horrible.
That was easy. Okay, so it's going to take 2 people.
Okay, so I will assign myself and the unstressed assistant, please.
So Zayt, I know you're saying I need to play the game before you guys stream anymore. I will say, even with this, it's actually giving away very little.
Yeah,
I think about it. It's when you work through the scenarios and Billy starts to explain kind of what you're seeing on the cards, and it starts to make more sense. So I wouldn't worry too much about this first one, though there is a joy of discovering all of those things bit by bit.
True. Okay, so
which is the stressed one?
The unstressed one, please.
Okay. Sorry, and where are you going?
I will do the healing.
Okay, so he's gonna go. Oh yeah, and they're gonna go here.
So
he's gonna go up by 1. They're gonna get a memory, and you have no care tokens to talk to him. No trust. He's not willing to open up to you an event. Okay, so again, this is a quiet moment, but we remove this from the game.
Okay.
From this scenario. Sending anyone home, Michael?
No.
Good.
No.
Right. What's next?
What's next? I will send you and the stressed assistant.
Okay, so I think I'm going to send the stress assistant. I'm going to have them cover this. So he'll go up by 1. And I'm going to cover this.
Okay.
And I think I need care tokens so I can talk to him. Is going to be the important thing. Right, so I'm going to take 2 care tokens. I'm going to talk to him about timeline 1, 2, 3, timeline 2.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, timeline 5, Billy. Right, timeline 2.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 1 from there. Now, I think because we hadn't dug through the cards too much, I'm going to also ask about timeline. What do you think? Do you think we should kind of definitely finish off the other ones, or I'm going to go for timeline 3, I think.
Yeah. Go 3 sounds good.
Because we have a bit more time to talk to them. So what did I say? Timeline 3?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, now you're talking about it. Timeline 2. An event. Nothing happened. So I get to ignore that.
Yep.
Timeline 2. Timeline 4. Come on. Really? That's a lot of rambling you're doing. Okay, I see it coming. Timeline 3.
Okay.
Phew. Okay, so I've got those. Okay, so we're on to the next shift. Last shift of the day. He drops. Oh, it's 27. We flip the next one.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, so this is going to be a bit rougher. Okay, so I have a freebie, so I'll jump yellow to the health spot.
I can't afford to do this. I've only got clear memories. I'll forget the stuff he's been telling me.
Okay, then I will move the assistant from the previous shift and double stress. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll lose a care token and they'll gain an extra stress.
Okay, so he'll drop down 2.
So you do get a care token from the night shift.
I kind of want to keep it.
Okay.
Because it's only going to put it, so he's going to drop down 2, but it will still only put an emergency in there. So one emergency gets put into the deck.
So it's for everyone left. Oh yeah. Oh, and I will point out, there's 3 of these left.
Okay. How many did we start with?
And now there's 2.
Was it 8 you had or 10?
No, it was 6. It was just what came in the base game.
Oh, okay. I mean, I would think bumping that up to 8 or 10 is probably the way to go. But
yeah. Well,
now,
hang on. Yeah. I have a bunch here.
That's right. I'd say don't change it now. It's okay.
Yeah, I have them on hand.
Okay.
So.
All right. So that's the end of that. Everything's gone very well.
Yeah. Okay. So they're off for the day. We've lost them. That's 2 emergencies out. So we've actually managed those emergencies pretty well. And then we only have clear memories. I know that the 2 clear memories I have from timeline 4 and timeline 5 don't match, so I'm going to check for timeline 3. And oh yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay. So won't show too much because we don't want to run it for date. And that timeline 2 doesn't match. I'm holding a lot of memories.
I thought we have all of the line 5 cards out now.
No, we still have 1 missing.
Okay.
So, were you shift? I've lost track. You were shift manager.
You're shift manager now.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We need to get those memories. So we need to send 2 people. Oh. So I'm going to send them there, and you've got a care token. I'm actually going to send you.
Okay.
So you'll go by 1.
1 and 1, please. I think.
Okay. So now you have 2 care tokens.
Okay. And I am going to talk to him as well.
And you get 1 from timeline 4.
Okay.
So here's an interesting thing, because no. Okay. Keep going.
All right, I want to spend a token and.
Oh, so timeline 4. That's the last one from timeline 4. So
okay, then yeah, I will. Do you have a clear memory for timeline 4 though, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be covered. We don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will go then timeline 2, please.
Okay. Nope. He's not talking.
Timeline 2. He just doesn't like me. Timeline 2, please.
He does. So this is where we're saying like the kind of personality comes out. Like this version of Billy is really not talkative. Like, you know, there's other games where we've played and he just won't stop talking. And it's weird because I'm going to do a really quick check. Yeah. No, oh yeah, they're there.
Just making sure that they're not in there.
There's actually only one of them. I thought there was more. Okay, so you're going to get that one.
Okay.
Next shift. This is going to require a minimum of one person. Oh. I think I'm going to take the assistant over.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna. There's no point in them getting a care token because they'll lose it if I have to carry them over to the next shift. So I'm not gonna do anything else with it, though. I suppose I get to cover 2, but I think I need to be available to cover 2 within this. Yeah. So I'm gonna go here. So if I follow the basic rules of the game, the way we've played, so the way the rules say is I can cover an extra shift without taking stress. So I can cover the first one and not gain the stress.
Okay.
So that would cover 2 there. Now, theoretically, I could, like, I'm trying to bring out, like, the weird, edgy case stuff.
Yeah.
Can I cover 2 and then gain a stress and jump over to here? I don't really want, I want to because I'm going to lose my memories if I do. So I think I'm just going to stay here. But, so that's just to flag that question, Michael, right? So I went here. That's a freebie. I could cover that by taking a stress. Or I could take a token. No, I couldn't do that, actually. I could cover 2 and then gain a stress to jump over there. Theoretically.
Yeah, I think if you are going to be gaining a stress on a card, it's because you're jumping from the physical care to the palliative care. I don't like the idea of you can gain a stress to take the extra, to do the extra physical work, essentially. I think it should be an either or. You either stay on one side and that's it, and you can take a stress to do the extra work.
Okay.
Or the rule says you can't take stress to cover an entire physical shift yourself. But you can jump to the other side. I mean, it's, I don't know, to be thought about.
Because what it would mean is it's a sequence of resolving it that we'd have to kind of work out. So the question would be, do I kind of place here, resolve that, assign them, and then do I take a stress? and go there. But the rule has been you have to assign everybody first. So I'd have to make my call, which would mean if I went there, if I'm jumping off this, then I'm actually only covering one spot on it. I don't like those edgy case rules, but
we'd have to work out some kind of smoothing those edges off. But okay.
So I think in that case, oh no, because was I here? I was here. No, they were there because they got stressed. I think I would have left them there, and I would have covered that shift. But hey, okay. So we need to shuffle in an emergency card, and he's going to go down by 1. And I can't talk to him. So, end the shift. Back. Come back. They're all spent. And the first one is what happened that night. It changed a lot of people around our way. So clear memory. I know the clear memory goes in there. Right. So I will reveal that one. So not going to say anything about it, just not to ruin it for anybody. Timeline 5 I know doesn't fit. Timeline 2, the one I have, does not fit. So let's see if your conversation with Billy helped in any way. And it did.
Hooray!
Okay. So those early days I played the fool, trying to leave the past behind. So we've got 1, 2, 3 in place. Are you ready?
Yeah. Joe's asking how's it going in the chat, and I'm saying, well, it's not fallen apart quite yet.
As we flip over the next tile.
All right, let's go.
Okay. What you gonna do? So we've no care tokens, Michael. Just so you know.
I'll cover this, and I'll take a care token.
Okay. So you're gonna take a care token. And
I'm not going to talk to him. I'm going to save it for a hopeful later opportunity.
Okay.
All right.
Second card. Anyone home?
No. I'll send you and the stressed assistant to this one. So you'll choose where you want to
go. So we do have one for the end. I'm actually going to go talk to him. I'll send the stressed assistant there. So he's going to bump up by 1. Because there's not much I don't have care tokens, so I'm not going to be much help on the next shift. Okay, so the first one is an event. He doesn't. He turned up on a doorstep like he owned the place, said it was time for me to go. Oh, timeline 3, so that's not really... Yeah, Billy's telling you us about that one. Like, well, but Billy, we need to know about these other times in your life. So I'm not going to inquire. I don't have any tokens. So last shift. What you going to do, Michael?
I'll just assign the assistant.
Because they have to be... Well... You have a care token. You have the potential to get more.
I mean, I can. Yeah, okay. Well, I can assign the assistant to the last one as well. I'll take my free jump.
Yeah.
We'll have him bump up 1. I'll take the night shift token, and I'll take the care token, and then we'll talk.
Oh, hang on. No, you actually need the memories.
Okay, then I'll take 2 memories then. But I will. I'll take the night shift token, so that means I've now got 2.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll do the.
Because we've nothing on timeline 1, it'd be.
Well, we've got one card, but it's a low odds, yo.
Yep. Okay. So timeline 4. How was that timeline 4? Okay.
Why are you pulling out clear memories, yo?
That would be the reason why. It's like my brain was like, "What's going on?"
It's being very open.
Yeah. Timeline 2,
mm-hmm.
which he's already told us about, and timeline 3, which is not so much use. Well, we're thinning the deck is the only thing.
Yay!
Yeah. Do you want to inquire? Yeah, I think you might as well start asking.
Yeah. What do we need? 4, you said?
No, we have timeline 4. We need one clear memory for timeline 5. So actually, if you get timeline 5, we've definitely done that one.
Okay, then I will talk to him about timeline 5. Let's go. So spend one of my tokens for line 5.
Okay. Right. Oh, yes. Straight away.
Okay. And then we've got nothing on line 3.
So hang on, let me mark them. So we've got one there. One there.
Well, I can't see line 3 and below. So
okay. So we do. So we've 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to have 5. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I've got one token left. I will give it a run. I will try and get a card from line 1.
Hopefully he'll be really talkative. Nope.
Okay, not today, Satan.
He's not opening up. Okay.
All right. So it's okay.
We're doing okay. I mean, I've never seen this before. Like Billy looking that healthy.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about that. I don't think we need 28 to 30 spaces on that track at this point. If we were using this system, for it to be more challenging, the gaps, like there should be less and it should be smaller gaps. So
well, let's just see.
Yeah. I have my questions pad here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just scribbling things down. So should the health track
actually, to be honest, I don't even think that's the problem because we've only ever bumped up and down. It's to do with I think one of the things is us having being able to send people home.
Yeah, us being a care token.
Yeah, is also the other thing because it's netting us a lot more. So actually, I think you would be reducing how you get care tokens, bizarrely. Like as in maybe there's less of these choices. It's one or they become one or the other.
So my thought is it's actually we add more red spots in.
Mm-hmm.
Like we actually remove. Okay, just throwing numbers out there. If we were to remove half of the single yellow icon ones and replace them with single red icons, because those little incremental chip damage things are going to go down and go down and go down and go down. So I think next time we do a run through on this, I would like to try it that way. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. We'll just change some of them to red. Okay.
Of course,
speaking of single red icons.
So I will say we have. I mean, my sense is we've pulled out mostly the positive cards. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we've only pulled out like 12 of the red cards.
Okay.
And I think the issue is, I think with the emergency ones, they should also drop by that amount when they come out.
And you can do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So the question is, does it drop then slide, or does it slide then drop?
I think it slides then drops.
Okay.
I think is it too hard the other way? I don't know.
No, I like that. I think that sounds absolutely horrible. So yeah.
But we'll see, because I know there's still more not nice stuff in there. Okay, so I'm the shift manager.
You are.
I don't have any care tokens. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry, at the end of that last round, I didn't put out your cards. So.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah.
From timeline 3, there's the one that says it still hurts to think about her. Holding her that first time.
5 as well, don't we?
Yeah, she was so perfect. That one goes there. So your clear memory from timeline 5 matched. So you definitely have that. Then we have he turned up on our doorstep. So like he owned the place, which is that one. Card from timeline 2 still doesn't match. The other one I had. And timeline 4, yeah, okay. So we do have timeline 5 though. So we're only on timeline 1 that we need to get.
So we can pour all our resources into there.
Okay, so I am going to send that assistant there. So we just need to talk to him.
And hope that a 1 comes out.
So let's resolve this. He's going to drop by 1. So that is our last one going in.
Okay, so if we have to add another one in, then that would be an immediate over.
If we used just the existing deck.
Yeah.
You know, and if that's the case, then I would actually have put, if we're following that rule, I would have gone there. Obviously, I'd have to go there to cover that. But I'm shifting that in because I want to get a memory, because I really want to get timeline 1. So Oliver, we're actually working out mechanics. We're kind of working out a variant for holding on to both make it easier and more challenging at the same time. So, and potentially the idea is that it would maybe become the system for holding on to. But we're trying to make it work with the components of holding on.
Yeah, basically trying to, it's those initial steps, those first jumps to see what we can make.
So 1 memory. I still remember us both dancing and singing to the Beatles. Oh, so that's timeline 5 completed. Well, so that's going to them. So it doesn't really matter if he forgets that. Am I going to send anyone home? Nope. Emergency.
All right. So for the first time, this is a significant drop. So he'll drop down to 17.
Okay. So are we? Yeah. Oh yes, actually.
Yeah. Just keep it as the drop for now, and then next time we'll do the drop then slide.
Yeah. So the thing we're also missing here, Michael, is these are all 3s in most cases. So that would have overstressed the team, which would have accelerated it. Whereas now that's not having any impact on the team.
Okay.
He's going to go to 9.
Well, see that. That's good. Yep.
Okay.
So if we were doing the drop then slide, he would actually be he'd be on 6 now. 6. So that'd be cool. Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
So it's going to take 1 person. We don't have any cards from timeline 1. I'm going to shoot. I think I have to go just because I can jump to cover the next shift.
Okay, so what side are you going to go?
I'm going to go this side because I don't think the 1 is going to make a huge difference. But I am. What do I do? I think I'm going to get the 2 clear memories.
And hope that the
1. You know what? I'm not. I'm actually going to take 2 care tokens.
I think the tokens is the better way to go. Like if you can stack up on tokens and then just try and focus on getting as many 1 memories as possible.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk to him then about that. We won't tell him that.
I will just message him though.
Okay, so we're going for timeline 1. No. Okay, we've got 1. Phew.
Okay.
I'm going to keep asking him about timeline 1. Really, what else happened then, Billy? Okay, we got 2 cards.
Okay, so
I'm holding on to them.
16%, 33% chance of matching.
I hate the way your brain works like that. Well, no, I admire the way your brain works like that. Just jealous. Mine doesn't. Okay, last shift. Oh, he's going to drop.
All right. So he will drop down to there.
Oh, no, hang on. That was 9, actually. Hang on. Was he on 9?
Yeah.
He was already on that one because he was actually already on red. So he's actually going
so
here.
now he's going to drop down to 3. Yeah.
Okay, so if we get another emergency, he's dead.
Yeah. Now he's in the dark zone.
Oh my god!
But this is good tension. It's fine. So if you assign a person,
it's funny. We're actually see every game we're down. It's actually down to the last day. Right. So I need
so we
to
got
go.
to,
right.
We
So
got
we
to
have to.
3 people of this.
Yeah. So I have to send the assistant there to bump him up ahead of that.
Mm-hmm.
So an emergency isn't going to kill him. Then Michael. So these are the weird ones again, where there is 3. But
yeah, so those I knock a lot of them down to 2 spaces.
Mm-hmm. So Michael, I'm going to leave it to you to decide what you want to do.
Care tokens and
we do get a care token. So I'm going to give you the care token
and 2 more care tokens.
Yeah. So I think in the later scenarios where you have that ability to kind of focus the conversation, that would be different. Yeah. Oh no! Look, everybody, Ken's back. Ken, don't read the earlier chat. Okay. So are you going to talk to Billy?
Yeah, I'm going to focus on 1. And for the love of God, if he doesn't say anything to me, I'm going to...
You know he's not.
Who designed
Come
this
on,
game?
Billy.
Who designed this?
Yeah. Come on, Billy. Talk to us.
Give me 1 card. There you go.
Yeah, he did. Do you want to keep talking to him?
Yeah. So 50%. Man.
Last one.
66. All right, let's go. 1 more.
No. Oh, no. So actually.
Oh, that's okay.
What are we? We're in the red.
Oh, he's in the red.
So he actually improves his health by 1. No.
Okay.
And it gets removed from the game.
Okay, but I don't get to do any more cards, so...
Do you know what we haven't come up against?
What?
Is the change of subject.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we've been really... I wonder... I'm going to have to check these cards. I feel like there's stuff missing out of them.
It's a weird hacked version.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy mode. All right. So...
The odds of us having this now are pretty high because we've got 4 of the 6 cards, I think.
So we have, I believe, a 66% chance of hitting it.
Okay. So we still have the song. I still remember us dancing to the Beatles, which is from timeline 5. I'm going to do all the other cards first. So let me see. So we had timeline 2. Nope, still doesn't match. Timeline 5. Yeah, the one I had goes into play of him dancing with his mum. So my first timeline 1. Oh, yeah. So, the first or second card I had.
Cool.
Was the one.
So that would have been a success. And all is good.
So, yeah, I mean, the odds of us getting it quite high. So I'm kind of curious what these last 3 cards were and our ability to cope.
Put them out. Let's have a look.
So we would have been okay. We would have had a pretty high chance. We would have got another emergency in between 2 cards. If we weren't able to cope with this.
Uh-huh.
So he would have dropped down. We would have got another emergency card, which was pretty much guaranteed. Yeah, we just need to kind of work out that ending.
Uh-huh.
So my sense is that he stayed quite high, which didn't really create much tension at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Is my sense.
Uh-huh.
Is one of the concerns we'd have.
So I think that the introduction of the drop and slide with emergencies is definitely going to add a lot more pain.
Mm-hmm.
We were because each character is now, each worker is now essentially worth a care token every round if you want to spend it that way. It's easier to keep him going, which is grand.
Mm-hmm.
So we need something in there that's going to make it harder. And yeah, I think the slide then drop is going to be horrible.
I also think you know what I think is we need to start with more emergency cards in the deck. That to me is one of the main things.
So
and either do it where the top half or the bottom half.
I'm entirely okay having them as random.
Okay.
But maybe 2 in there and a maximum of 8 to add in, or 7 to add in, and then if you need to add the 8th one in, then you're out.
Because I think because I think you need more of them that are going to drop him twice before you get him back up over a level.
Yeah. And obviously the scenario setups as well, you can modify that. So, you might have a scenario where he's doing better and you start with just 1 emergency card in there.
Mm-hmm. But again,
going really bad, start with 3.
I mean, the other thing so you can see how important that ability is to talk to him on the days where he drops by 1. If we didn't have that, it would have been a lot. So there are other things to try, but I think allowing the players to talk in those days definitely helps, because one of the concerns from people is that they found the game really harder than we thought, and what our experience was with the play testing.
Yeah, I mean, I think opening up a conversation option, even on all of the cards with just the red 1 icons, is going to make life a lot easier for people. If we want to simplify it yet further, then we add them onto the red 2s, but definitely it stays away from the 3s and 4s, because thematically it's he's taking a significant hit and we need to deal with that. But yeah, I just need to get all of the cards out in front of me again and have a look at that whole spread and see what the option ranges are essentially. But yeah, I think.
But again, I think for me, there's definitely number balancing we can do, and for now, it's seeing how far we can push this version of the game. So my first step would be, having played through all this, is put more emergency cards in at the beginning. So we just need more chances of the drops happening earlier, which to just put the scare up to players.
So obviously we are going to be playing again on Monday. So on Mondays, what do you want to do a run through where we start with, let's say, 3 in there, see how that feels?
Yeah, and that we just stick to the normal rules for stress, as in sending the staff home. Yeah.
I mean, those 2 rounds where we sent the people home after they were cited the first thing, seeing how that was, I think it's going to make it too straightforward. You want some management juggling going on. So yeah, I'm going to leave it on my list to investigate, but it's going to be a thing that I don't think even from just seeing it for those 2 rounds, I don't think it's going to have a positive impact on the game. It's just going to make things too simple.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, I'm really quite pleased that little bit of tinkering stands up quite well.
Yeah, I think the only one where it kind of brings up a question really is the one with 3, where, and it's actually, even then, it's only the 3s where, because we have these kind of weird ones where, it's the 3s on the good day, because there's actually only one person to assign. You can actually only physically assign 2 people.
Yeah, so those we can knock out. We can modify the yellow 3s down to yellow 2s. That's not a problem.
Yeah, and I think that's actually the only change, because that one you would assign 2 people to care for Billy if you have to, and hold on to the care token.
So are you saying you would change that red 3 to a red 2? Sorry, assigning 2 people to it instead of 3.
No, I'm saying if you have to assign 3 people, that's how you would do it on that card.
Yeah.
So it just allows you to hold on to a care token.
But I think you could, because it's always going to be it's a minimum amount of people that you can assign to the cards. I think if you shift all of them 3s down to 2s anyway, if you give the player the active decision of, okay, I'm actually going to use 3 workers on this. Because there's only 2 options, but if you could put, if you wanted to, 3 or 4 different workers on a card if you wanted to.
Yeah. It's
something to think about.
Yeah. But just then we've removed, looking at the emergency cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we've removed 14 placement requirements, 15, 16. So we removed 16 placement requirements from the game by not having them use the placements on the emergency. So that's alleviated a lot of the assignment stress, I think, as well.
There was 2 points in the game there where we had to send people, where we were forced to send people home, which was not too awful. So the stretch management is okay. But yeah, I think the next thing to do is see what it's like adding some emergencies in there, some extra emergencies rather. And then after that, I think it's going to be testing the emergencies with the drop and slide as opposed to just the drops. So, or rather the slide into the next zones and then the drops as well on top of that. So that's 3 separate stages to test. So yeah, I think, we obviously this is still super early days, but I think we've got a lot to work on, which is cool.
Yes, coming along nicely.
Yes, it's all good. All right. Shall we wrap it up there?
I think so, yeah. Merry Christmas, Mike. He's running off.
But yeah, we'll be back on Monday, so we'll be doing more of this. Probably not going to be streaming next Friday. I'm assuming Rory's going to be a bit busy.
Yes, I think I might be.
I am probably going to be streaming on Friday, though, because, Christmas, whatever.
Oh, did you see the link I shared on Facebook?
The video? I have not watched it yet, no.
You should check it out because it'll resonate with you strongly, Michael. So it's actually it's a kind of design agency who did this ad as a fundraiser for kind of mental health in the States. But that's what I was saying is that if anyone enjoys it, to maybe donate to a local mental health charity. But essentially, it's like FU 2020, and it's all the different reasons why people are saying FU 2020, and it's funny to watch. Especially like the New Zealand one, because it's like, FU New Zealand for being, for getting it right.
It's like, so good.
Yeah, and but you did. Let me turn off that.
There you go. Cool. All right. So me and Em will be back on Monday. We're doing another test of this. So basically, same thing, more emergencies. See how horrible that goes. Wednesday we'll be playing Companion's Tale. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it as you, me, and chat. So that'll be fun. Friday, obviously, there won't be a hub game stream, so we'll see how that goes. I am doing my own stuff, obviously, on the Idle Michael channel as well. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Delve. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing something else, probably on Steam. We'll see how that goes. And then back to more design on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which will be good stuff.
So, Michael, we were missing the change of subject card.
It's fine.
That's why it was easier.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Okay. So I have that other set of cards. I'll take them out and fix it up.
All right. Nice one, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your day and a lovely weekend. And we will catch you early next week. Have a good one. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.